The thoughts, views, and comments expressed by Rodney Munker, his guests, and callers on Freedom March are not necessarily those of the management, ownership, or production unit of the Verizon Media Group. Freedom March is a production of ILTV and cannot be reproduced or represented in part or entirety without express written consent of the Verizon Media Group. Freedom March is the intellectual property of the Verizon Media Group. Copyright 2020. All rights are reserved.
Broadcasting live from the ILTV studios located here at University Drive. Welcome to Freedom March. My name is Rodney Munker. I'm a Justice of the Peace here in the Commonwealth of the Bahamas. I'm also a member of the local Catholic Christian community. My spiritual advisor, praise the Lord, is Bradley Roll. On the weekend, he traveled to Great Exuma and he has returned safely. Welcome, Bradley Roll.
Thank you so much, sir. Good to be here.
Today is Monday, the 4th of March, 2024. It is an honor and a privilege to be serving at this time in my history, my life. So I welcome each and every one of you to Freedom March. There are some major national events and international events that are taking place. Well, locally, Health Minister Dr. Michael Davil welcomed American University, well, it's called Barry University, to the Bahamas. Formally this morning, Barry University is participating in a medical treatment of hundreds of Bahamian citizens who are plagued with a variety of foot problems, either diabetic foot or whatever wrong with your foot. And so they've had perhaps almost 1,000 people they may have seen, if I have my information correctly. And there are a number of clinics which is open and will continue to serve the public. So that is exciting. In Haiti, Haitian revolutionary leaders have stormed a prison, and hundreds of Haitians have been set free. So this is an interesting development in Haiti. Not since 235 years ago, on the 14th of July, 1789, that the colonial leaders of Haiti pull off the same maneuver. I'll tell you how the French stormed La Bastille. It was a French prison, and the United States, who was an independent country, said nothing about it. In fact, the Americans supported it. 235 years ago. You look at history, you look at France, you look at Haiti. This is Freedom March. God save the Commonwealth of the Bahamas. God save Haiti. God save the King. Welcome back to Freedom March. My name is Rodney Munker, and just in case I didn't tell you, today happens to be Monday, the 4th of March, 2024. Well, my spiritual advisor, he's ready. He has on the full armor of the Lord. It is my hope and prayer that he will remain on that spiritual battle. Bradley Roll, welcome to Freedom March.
Thank you so much,
Behold
Senator.
the Bahamian people.
Good to be here. We are going to go to the book of James, chapter 2. We're going to look at a very powerful lesson about faith and works. James chapter 2, 14 to 25. The Apostle James is sending a very strong message to the Christians concerning their faith and how it must be accompanied by deeds. And here's what he says. He said, what good is it, my brothers and sisters, if someone claims to have faith but has no deeds? Can such faith save him? Suppose a brother or sister is without clothes and daily food. If one of you says to them, go in peace, keep warm and well fed, but does nothing about their physical needs, what good is it? In the same way, faith by itself, if it's not accompanied by action, is dead. But someone will say, you have faith, I have deeds. Show me your faith without your deeds, and I will show you my faith by my deeds. You believe that there's one God? Good. Even the demons believe that and shudder. You foolish person, do you want evidence that faith without deeds is useless? Useless? Was not our father Abraham considered righteous for what he did when he offered his son Isaac on the altar? You see that his faith and his actions were working together. And his faith was made complete by what he did. And the scripture was fulfilled that says, Abraham believed God and it was credited to him as righteousness. And he was called God's friend. And that was because of what he did. You see that a person is considered righteous, by what they do and not by faith alone. You have to remember that. You see that a person is considered righteous by what they do and not by faith alone. In the same way, was not even Rahab the prostitute considered righteous for what she did when she gave lodging to the spies and sent them off in a different direction? James chapter 2, 14 to verse 25 dispels the myth that you can just believe. Some folks believe that faith alone will save them. It doesn't. This passage actually expels that false teaching. You have to go back at this in your spare time and look at it. James chapter 2, 14 to 25, and you'll see that the Bible says faith without works, it is useless. It is dead. Faith and works go hand in hand together. The word of God is forever and ever blessed. Amen. Thank you so much, Mr. Medusa.
I thank you, my spiritual advisor.
Absolutely.
Well, folks, this morning, Health Minister Dr. Michael Davile held a welcoming ceremony at the Ministry of Health in which he welcomed Barry University to the Bahamas, led by a professor by the name of Dr. Shanika Hills. And this morning, the health minister welcomed them, and this is a continuous program that apparently has been going on in the Bahamas for more than 2 years. And they have in their group about 50 health professionals, including doctors and students who are studying medicine. So we'll show you some of our video, which was filed this morning. This is Rodney Monka reporting live from the Ministry of Health, where the government of the Bahamas and Barry University is holding a foot fest. And of course, I am with Dr. Shanika Hill. Well, Dr. Hill, let me start off by asking you, where is Barry University?
It's in Miami Shores, Florida.
What has motivated you as an individual and Barry University to extend this kind of, should I say, international medical support?
Well, I think the most important factor would be my relationship with that young lady over there, Dr. Monique Mitchell, who graduated with me from Barry University School of Podiatric Medicine, and what happened in 2019 with Hurricane Dorian. And after that tragedy, I reached out to Dr. Mitchell to see how we could be of service, and that's where we kind of got the ball rolling and why we are here today.
And to date, how many people would you say that your team has seen?
Today or for the past 3 years?
Well, up
So
to your
today-
arrival.
Okay, so yesterday we
Right.
saw 344 people.
Wow.
Yes, in one day. Yes,
344 people.
Yes, and if you can hear my voice, come to the South Beach, Elizabeth Estates, Fleming Street Clinic, and we will see you. We will take care of you. If you need to have surgery done, we're doing final pre-ops today so that you can have them tomorrow. But come out if you can hear my voice.
And finally, Dr. Davile, would you formally welcome them to the Bahamas?
Well, on behalf of the Ministry of Health and Wellness, we welcome Barry University School of Podiatric Medicine to the Commonwealth of the Bahamas. They are our friends. They have been coming to us for many years. And this year, we intend to see a large cross-section of patients. We have a team of some 50 students and healthcare professionals from Barry. And in collaboration with our podiatric team here in the Bahamas, we intend to even expand the services that they provided for us last year. We welcome them. We look forward for their excellent work and support to the Bahamian population, particularly those suffering from chronic diabetes, vascular disease, and foot issues from the foot all the way up to the ankle. We look forward to the Bahamian people coming out at all of our clinics across New Providence, South Beach, Fleming Street, Elizabeth Estate. Come on down and get the services that you definitely need by this professional team.
I thank you, and I extend greetings to you, sir.
Thank you very much.
So, folks, that was a welcoming ceremony that took place this morning. And of course, in the course of the show, we'll show you some more video. And I think it's powerful. Well, the breaking news at this moment is coming out of the United States of America, where opposition leader Donald Trump has scored a major victory. In fact, many international experts is declaring that the Supreme Court ruling in the United States is perhaps the greatest judgment that has ever been issued in this part of the hemisphere. You would recall that Donald Trump served as president, and of course, in the course of the general election, he had been accused of leading, well, the best word I can use is an insurrection, culminating for the first time in the history of the United States, where an opposition leader who served as prime minister has found himself under tremendous criminal indictment. Well, after months of legal wrangling, and perhaps one or two states of the United States of America, by their Supreme Court, the state Supreme Court, they have ruled that the opposition leader, Donald Trump, his name could not be on certain states' ballots. Well, the United States Supreme Court, which has a history of being impartial and fair, and notwithstanding who's president of the United States of America, their Supreme Court has been strong. And while there were many who felt that Donald Trump could not get justice, I'm so honored to salute the Supreme Court of the United States of America to see that opposition politics shall survive. Mr. Producer, if it pleases you. Indeed, a glorious day on the earth, that notwithstanding the political strife taking place in the United States, which threatens international peace, the Supreme Court held a hearing, heard the government side of the story, and heard lawyers for opposition leader and former President Donald Trump. Let's look at some of what is being posted online. In a significant victory for former President Donald Trump, the Supreme Court delivered a sweeping ruling on Monday prohibiting states from excluding him from the ballot over his actions leading up to the January 6th attack on the Capitol. The ruling, issued unanimously and without dissent, swiftly concluded a case with profound implications for the 2024 election. The court overturned the decision of the Colorado Supreme Court, which had barred Trump from serving again as president under Section 3 of the Constitution's 14th Amendment. This provision prohibits individuals who previously held government positions but later engaged in insurrection from running for various offices. In its ruling, the Supreme Court emphasized that states do not have the authority to determine the eligibility of presidential candidates or other federal office seekers. Instead, it is stated that Congress is responsible for enforcing Section 3 against all federal office holders and candidates. Consequently, the decision applies to all states, not just Colorado. While states retain the power to enforce Section 3 for candidates running for state offices, the court's decision focused solely on the legal question of congressional authority, avoiding any analysis of whether Trump's actions constituted an insurrection. So it's a great day on the face of the earth, and I do believe that world peace shall be maintained. I do believe that if there is civil unrest in the United States, it threatens world peace. So I thank God that the day I declare that by the Supreme Court unanimous ruling by judges said to be supporters of both two major political parties, namely the Republican Party and the Democratic Party, unanimously, the court has ruled in the favor of the opposition leader. My spiritual advisor, we're not trying to get in American politics. We're merely looking at world news. If you wish, you may comment.
Well, Senator, in the first instance, Donald Trump is not the opposition leader.
He's not?
No, he's not, no.
Who is the opposition leader
I
in
don't
the
know.
United States?
I guess whoever is either minority leader in the Senate or whatever have you, is probably that leader, but it's not Trump.
It's not Trump?
No, Trump is not the opposition
He's
leader.
not the opposition leader.
No.
Notwithstanding that at the borders, the President of the United States called upon a man whom you say is not leader of the opposition to join forces with him to create new policies and laws governing the American borders.
But
You
Trump-
still maintain
but
he's
Trump
not
is not.
opposition
Trump is
leader.
not, yeah.
Okay, well, you're
But,
not trained in British parliamentary.
But that's not, that's
conventions.
what the United States is not British.
I didn't say it is.
Okay.
We're talking about 1066.
But Donald Trump is not the opposition
Okay.
leader. Come on, man.
All right. So let's
Anyhow.
move on.
Yeah. And, well, it's a major victory for Trump, though some may, consider it to be rather controversial because of all the things that's been going on in the courts with Donald Trump. But notwithstanding,
What has been going on in the courts?
well, all the various charges that he's been faced with, stemming out of his businesses in New York, and of course the January 6th Capitol Hill assault and so on and so forth. He's seen himself in a lot of legal battles, all the stuff that's
Are you
around him.
forgetting that the Congress of the United States did not impeach him?
Yeah, we recognize that.
That they found him innocent?
But
Yet you're being
It is a
part
victory.
of an international propaganda,
no.
taking into consideration
These
that
are
the
realities,
Congress-
Senator.
What is the reality?
He's been before the courts on numerous occasions on various charges, but he's found a way to wiggle himself out of it. Mind you, it does seem as if Donald Trump is headed to be president again. That's how it looks. It does appear as if he is going to beat Biden. It does appear as if the GOP is going to give him the nomination to run for president. So, I mean, it looks kind of bright for him as it stands right now. And of course, if the major cases against him can be delayed until after the elections, and of course, he will sail back into the White House. So it's some very interesting developments, to say the least. As controversial as Donald Trump may seem to be as a former president, for some strange reason, his popularity is still huge. I find it to be rather amazing, but it is what it is, Sandra. It is what it is.
This is Freedom March. God save the United States of America. May they organize, act lawfully, and maintain the peace. World peace depends on a stable United States following the law. God save King Charles III and the entire royal family. God save the King. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Freedom March. My name is Rodney Monker, and of course Bradley Rule is my spiritual advisor. Well, there seems to be a lot of controversy surrounding BPL. It was not my intention to deal with BPL because I needed an opportunity to speak with the president of the BPL's union. He and I, we marched together in support of Philip Davis and the governing Progressive Liberal Party. We marched together. In fact, we marched around Ponciana Drive and around University Drive, and we entered portions of Black Village. And so I didn't have an opportunity to speak with him because I wanted to find out from him what was the state of the Memorandum of Understanding. It is as if the Progressive Liberal Party and or BPL union have forgotten that there was an agreement, a political agreement, where in return for the union support in helping to elect the Progressive Liberal Party to power, the PLP and the union will become one, as the PLP has emerged as the party of the workers. Well, something is happening at BPL, and of course, it appears that whoever is running BPL has bought in a company with a big, big bus. And all day, people wouldn't leave me alone. They told me that this bus was there, and this is where you go to pay your light bill. Do you have that bus, Mr. Producer? So I wanted to know if Cash and Go is the only place that you pay your light bill, and if you only pay them when you see them on property. You got the pretty bus? So it's exciting. Perhaps my spiritual advisor has something to say about BPL.
What happened? Oh, you mean, I think they're saying that the government may have intentions to privatize it, is what is being rumored. Is that the case?
Yeah, that seems to be what the suggestions are.
Yeah.
And who owns Cash and Go?
I don't know.
And
go back to find out who behind it.
What's going on, because I'm very concerned when different people are collecting the money.
Where's this Cash and Go bus station?
The producer has
Welcome
it. He's
to
not
the launch ceremony.
This is outside BPL.
Right, so
hosted here at the Ministry of Health and Wellness.
Creditors, they
This
showed up
fest is a collaborative
and they were
effort
outside
between the
this
Ministry of
bus.
Health and Wellness.
Paying cash. When I saw the bus, I looked around to see if they had any police there, because I hate to be made to take out my money in a public place as a senior citizen, I don't want to be subjected, standing up on this property, paying my light bill because I'm afraid I could be robbed. I did see one or two security men, but they were unarmed and I didn't feel safe, so I didn't pay my light bills. So I don't know what's going on. I would hope that when I attempt to pay the light bill again, some person will take me on the inside so I can count the money and pay the bill. So I don't know, maybe tomorrow, if it's God's will, I might have to call Madam Jobette Davis to find out from her whether or not this contract, the cash and go, has been put to public tender. I'm just curious as to what is taking place.
No, I think what happened is BPL staff may have staged a sick out. They were using cash and go probably to either collect funds to pay BPL bills.
Does that have anything to do with whether or not it's been put to public tender?
What, cash and go?
Yeah.
That somebody wants to buy it?
Goodness of mercy. The contract to collect BPL money.
Oh, I don't know. To be honest with you, I can't tell you. I don't know how long the sicko is gonna
Cash
be for.
and go. Do you know who they are?
Yeah, I think the Cooper family probably owns it, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
It could be the Cooper family. But something is, we don't know too much about what's going on, but we're hearing that there's a possibility that BPL could be privatized. The government is looking at it.
So the government plans to privatize it?
Well, that's what it seems like. There's not too much information coming forward on it so far, but there are some concerns from the union and staff at BPL is exactly what is going on and exactly what will happen. But, you know, it's just so amazing that this PEC, BPL, Bahamas Power and Light, which is the only entity here in the Bahamas that provides electricity, it has no competition, but yet still is in bad shape. You know, you wonder what is really going on with this company. They just can't seem to keep their head above water. As a matter of fact, if the government had not been somewhat directly involved with BPL, I don't know how much of it would survive as a company. But certainly you can understand maybe the burden that BPL has placed on the finances of the purse of the government, and the government is now seeking to relieve itself of that. So we don't know what the details are. We're hoping that it is in favor of staff, and not only that, the public, because paying your light bill is almost like having to work an extra job, because light bills are almost like mortgage nowadays. So let's see what happens. I don't have too much information, but that's what I believe is happening. And if it is happening, then it is something to take a look at. Hopefully the union and the government can sit down and decide what direction both parties are going to go if they're planning on privatizing BPL.
Well, I don't have sufficient information. Perhaps, if it's God's will, tomorrow I should have more information. I just find this very exciting. And all I call on those who are running BPL, if you are going to collect my money in the yard, could you have the police there? I really feel terrible showing up in the yard at a time when there's lots of crime, and at a time when I knew that there have been a lot of people who have broken into BPL and they have stolen. BPL has a history of people thieving. Just examine the history. You would recall that there's been a number of scandals, even at a point when you went inside to BPL to pay. And when I showed up and I saw what was going on, I wondered, what the heck is this? No police? Why are y'all trying to get me robbed? Huh? Couldn't there be a place that old people can go to pay the light bill? Certainly, I would feel more safer if I'm able to go inside. But who knows, tomorrow I'll call Minister Jobette Davis to find out what's going on. And I think it would be powerful. Yeah, I think it would be powerful. Well, folks, we are hearing all kinds of things coming out of Haiti. The new opposition leader is a man whom they call a gang leader, Barbecue. Barbecue is reportedly an ex-policeman who has mobilized Haiti against a corrupt government. These are all Negroes. It's a slave plantation. And we are seeing in modern time that the Haitians are carrying out the same bloody revolution that the French carry out. But while the Haitians are being condemned because they're black and live on an impoverished island, when you examine history, no one condemned what happened in France. We have been told that the Haitians gangs invaded the prison in Port-au-Prince. In fact, it is alleged that they invaded 2 prisons, setting free prisoners. Well, on the 14th of July, 1789, His Majesty King Louis XVI was in charge of France. And during that period, it was a day of revolution. When the French, in modern times, they would have been called gangsters, but they were gangsters even then. They invaded the French prison, La Bastille, on the 14th of July, 1789, or almost 235 years ago. And when they invaded La Bastille, I think they beheaded or murdered at least 7 Frenchmen. So when you examine what we today call Haitian atrocities, these are the legacy of their colonial master, Le Français, the French. And so that's what's going on. Meanwhile, Henry Joseph, the Prime Minister, it appears, because I don't know, that he may have disappeared. Some say he has gone to Africa, to Kenya. That's what I'm hearing. And he may have gone to Kenya to see if he could get them Africans who sold us into slavery to now invade Haiti. Well, I don't know if Henry is going to be allowed to return to Haiti, but Haiti is in a state of revolution, and we're seeing it all over the world. Let's use an example. In the United States, which is more modern, more sophisticated, more educated, and everything, they call their uprising an insurrection. When supporters of President Donald Trump invaded the Capitol, they were called insurrectionists. I was happy when I saw who the people were. When I saw that they were white, they were Americans, many were Christians, I felt comfortable. I said, okay, these might be insurrectionists. They might be trying to overthrow the government of the United States. But praise the Lord, these are white people. So I was not as intimidated because these were white people who were holding up the Confederate flags. These were white people who've had a history of revolution. Let us not forget that in 1861, it was a period in American history when they had the Civil War. So these are some of the things that is happening. But in Haiti, everybody's black. And while we argue to say it loud that I'm black and I'm proud, many of us are not proud of black people. So in Haiti, they're called gangsters. But if you were to compare their struggle with some of the things that are going on in the United States, the only blessings that the American has is the people who they are accusing of being insurrectionists are decent, God-fearing, white people. Now the Haitians, as you know, they're Negroid. they're black. Some people may argue they're not as beautiful. And so therein lies a lot of prejudice depending on how you look at it. But what is going on is this. We have political leaders in Haiti who have been alleged to have been a part of a scheme to assassinate President Moise Jovenel. That is what the allegation has been. And in the midst of that, there's been a major political breakdown. So we have heard over the last 48 hours that the gangs, these are the revolutionary leaders, as I told you, they are patterning themselves after the French. The French did not use a cutlass. In Haiti, my people, they use cutlass. They chop your head off. In France, during the Civil War, during the Revolution, they had what was called a guillotine, in which they put your head between two chopping points. It comes off and they chop your head right off. They did it to His Blessed Majesty, King Louis XVI, by the grace of God, the then Emperor of the French. That is what has happened. And during that period of revolution, the United States of America was an independent nation, they having overthrown our late blessed sovereign, King George III. You heard me? That is what the Americans did to our blessed majesty's government. But the French supported the American revolutionary and His Royal Majesty, King George III, declared the American revolutionists as gangsters, as counter-revolutionary, as traitors. But they prevailed. And when the French rose up against His late blessed Majesty Louis XVI, the Americans never said anything. They never said to the French gangsters, y'all are wrong to overthrow the king. When the French invaded La Bastille on the 14th of July, 1789, the United States government never condemned it. They never said that what y'all were doing to the royal family. You know what they did to the royal family? I hate to think about it. I cannot believe that royalty could be treated in that regard. You know what they did to the royal family? Did you know what they did to our blessed Queen of France? Yeah, she was a little insensitive, because when she heard that the French had no bread, she declared, give them cake. And isn't that wonderful that if Her Majesty were to learn that the people has no bread, cake is always better than bread, she declared, if they have no bread, give them cake. But they chop her head off. It's just amazing. Now the Haitians, they're being bad-mouthed. We're saying all kind of bad things about them. I call on the United Nations to go into Haiti and let us have a diplomatic meeting, and let's discuss peace, and let us discuss general election. And I think Henry Joseph, wherever he is, he should remain. If he is in Kenya, he should stay with our African brothers and leave Haiti alone. Meanwhile, the Commodore of the Defense Force, Dr. Raymond King, he has alerted us that the Defense Force will do a blockade of Inagua. While I support a blockade, certainly if I was on one of the Haitian vessels and I saw the Defense Force and I'm heading to Miami, is it fair for the Bahamas Defense Force to stop me from going to the home of the brave and the land of the free? And is Dr. Raymond King aware that Haitian blood sacrificed in the American Revolution? Is he not aware that we, of the Haitian people, we fought in the American Revolution to liberate the United States of America? And as long as God doesn't come, and as long as the earth shall prevail, everybody who lives in the Americas are an American. And when hardship comes, economic deprivation, where do you think we're going? We're going to the United States. I think it's powerful. Long live the Haitian people. Let there be freedom and justice. And I call on the world to donate $10 trillion and clean up the mess in Haiti. I now invite my spiritual advisor, who is a historian, to now respond.
I'm not a historian or Santa, but you know, you're the number one spin doctor in this country, to be honest with you, you know. But we all know that Haiti's been plagued with violence since the assassination of, what's his name, Jovenel?
Maurice
Jovenel.
Jovenel.
I think that may have happened in 2021, right?
I think you might be right.
So as a result of that, the reality is that there's really no good governance in Haiti. And that has sparked a lot of violence, especially from gangs. But this latest spark of violence by the gangs here is probably fueled by the fact that the Prime Minister of Haiti, who is something Henry, what's his name?
Henry Joseph.
You sure?
Well, that's what they tell me.
Is it not Ariel Henry?
Okay, Ariel Henry Joseph.
Right. So what has happened is he has, because he wants more power to help control the gangs, he's gone into Kenya. If I'm not mistaken, if the story I have is correct, last year, the Kenyans and Haiti were going to sign, but Kenya decided what they want to do is send some forces into Haiti to help control the gangs. All right, Haiti.
No. The United States
hired. Let me finish.
Kenya.
No. Let me finish first, Sandy. Let me just finish. Then you can correct me, like you always tell me. All right. From what I understand, the Kenyans decided they want to send some troops into Haiti, in agreement with Haiti, to help stabilize, mobilize, or whatever, help to stabilize the gangs. Okay, what happened was that the United Nations praised the effort and gave the okay, the United Nations that is. But then the Kenyan court intervened. And apparently the Kenyan court said that there was no...
A spiritual advisor.
Just let me finish.
No.
Just let me finish.
The Secretary of Defense of the United States of America is a black man who was just in the hospital but didn't tell the president. He hired the Kenyan government. We're the only black people who ain't getting no money.
Let me just finish my story.
I want you to say it correctly.
Oh, just correct me when I'm finished.
All right? So don't
just
push
correct me.
propaganda,
No
man.
propaganda. Just let me finish. The Kenyan court intervened. They said there was no true, real treaty for Kenyan, for the Kenyan government to send troops to Haiti. They blocked it in January of this year. So now what has happened now is the president of Haiti decided that he was going to travel to Kenya to find a way around that block. And apparently he was successful, because now the Kenyans have signed a deal to send troops into Haiti. And so this latest development now has caused a major eruption of violence in Haiti from gang leaders. And what they're trying to do is either prevent the Haitian president from returning or trying to see if they can overthrow the government. It's going to be completely difficult now because the deal is already signed. And now...
Okay, well, let's shed black people blood.
And now...
Let's shed black people blood.
I'm only giving you the story.
No, you're not saying it correctly. That is the problem.
That's the correct story.
The opposition took the government to court. That is what happened in Kenya. The opposition took the government to court,
and so
on that basis. You are pushing propaganda.
I'm not pushing any propaganda.
The United States government has paid about $200 million to Kenya. The Bahamas ain't get a nickel. Jamaica ain't get a nickel. We ain't get no money. And I think something is wrong for the Kenyans who captured us and sold us into slavery to return to Haiti to liberate us. I don't trust them black people in Africa. I don't trust them. All right? So that is what has happened there. We are ignoring the fact that the Secretary of Defense of the United States, help me with his name, who is under a lot of scandal because he apparently had prostate problem or some medical issue, and he slipped in to a hospital and didn't tell the president. I don't know if he even told whatever the big military organization of the United States government is called. The Pentagon. I don't know. Right?
Who?
The Pentagon.
The Pentagon.
Yeah, the Pentagon. I don't know if he did that. But that has been a scandal. And the last connection that he had with Africa, he, a black man, paid them $200 million to go into Haiti. Now, what that means, we in the diaspora, we can never trust Africa. It was them black people who sold us into slavery. And now they are our liberator? Hell no. All right? And I'm just telling you the way I see it. I can't trust them. I really can't trust them. This is Freedom March. God save the people of Haiti. May there be peace. God save the Commonwealth of the Bahamas. May we not enter it. God save the King, Your Majesty. I don't want the Defense Force to go to Haiti. This is powerful. God save the King. We'll be right back after the break. Welcome back to Freedom March. My name is Rodney Monker. Bradley Roll is my spiritual advisor. And it's birthday times, isn't it?
Yeah, I think we got a couple birthdays.
Go ahead, my spiritual advisor.
To today, a couple birthday wishes. One, look like just two. Yeah, we want to wish this young lad, what's his name? Jalen Monroe, a happy second birthday. It's coming from his parents, also his grandparents, his family and friends. So happy birthday to Jalen Monroe. All the best to you, young toddler. And many more birthdays to come if it's the Lord's will. Also, we want to wish a very happy birthday to Madam Miss Veronique Culmer. It's coming from your children, your grandchildren, of course, all your family and friends in Harbour Island. Enjoy your birthday. May you live to enjoy many, many more. All right, so looks like, oh, Sam, you have any birthdays to?
Yeah, there's a happy birthday to Mr. Ed Roy Ferguson, and birthday greetings come to him from his family and his friends at the Arawak Key Boys and the good people of Acklands. Okay, so happy birthday to him, and that is powerful indeed. Yeah. Anything else for you?
No, that's it.
Okay, right. Well, I'm supposed to shout out two wonderful ladies who work at where? They work at the Princess Margaret Hospital. And girls, I don't want you to be upset. I know it is Sister Pinder and Sister Delaney. Okay? So, I can't find my notes with your first name, but don't be offended. I'll find it. I got plenty notes around here. There she is. That is Sister Delaney, and she works at the Princess Margaret Hospital. She's one of the women there, and they work in an area where they test your heart, if I have it correctly. Wonderful citizen. I was so excited when I saw her. And she has a good friend who works there, Sister Pinda, okay? And this is powerful. So we thank you, and we shall come back to it again today or perhaps tomorrow. Well, folks, the top news has to do with modern medicine and the fact that it is believed that there are hundreds of Bahamians who are developing diabetes and its complication. Some argue that there might be a genetic reason behind the fact that so many people have developed diabetes and diabetic foot and other vascular diseases. Well, this morning, the Health Minister, Dr. Michael Darville, he welcomed over 50 persons from Barry University, which is a university, perhaps a university in the state of Florida, one of the states of the United States of America. And so I have a second video that I'd like to show you because they want citizens to show up and have their feet and whatever other problems associated by foot, they want them to come and be examined. And there are at least 3 clinics that is going to be in operation again tomorrow. And they are the Fleming Street Clinic, the Elizabeth Estate Clinic, and the South Beach Clinic. I can't remember if the Flamingo Gardens Clinic is involved. I can't remember. But let's hear from those health professionals.
Welcome to the launch ceremony of the Foot Test 2024, hosted here at the Ministry of Health and Wellness. This fest is a collaborative effort between the Ministry of Health and Wellness and Barry University School of Podiatric Medicine. As Permanent Secretary at the Ministry of Health and Wellness, I am delighted that we are gathered here today to officially kickstart this important initiative. We extend our heartfelt gratitude to the remarkable team from Barry. Your dedication and willingness to utilize your free time to conduct outreach clinics in New Providence and Grand Bahama and at the Sandalins Rehabilitation Center exemplifies the true spirit of volunteerism and compassion. Thank you for choosing to make a difference in the lives of people of the Bahamas. I understand that your goal this trip is to treat and educate at least 1,000 patients and to provide relevant education sessions for our medical and nursing staff. And I understand you got off to a great start yesterday with over 300 patients that were assessed. Barry University's Bahamas Podiatric Medical Mission was founded by Dr. Shanika Hill.
I'm Dr. Shanika Hill. I'm the Associate Dean of Clinical Education at Barry University. Thank you guys so much for being here. So I'm not going to take a lot of time, but I want to really thank the people that have made this possible. We have come here for 2 things. We have come here for service. I am a doctor, so we want to be able to provide podiatric care to everyone in need here in the Bahamas to fill the gap between the number of podiatrists. I don't know if you guys know, but there are only 4 in the entire country of the Bahamas to be able to provide for the patients. So we will be able to fill that gap between the lack of podiatrists and the patients that need them. And 2, for education. I am a teacher. So we want to be able to teach the medical doctors, the nurses, the students, and the patients here about diabetes, about their feet, about foot care, so that until we come back, there is some information that can be given and education that can be had to make everyone's lives better.
A lot has been going on with partnership with the Ministry of Health and Wellness and international partners. We have partnered with a wide cross-section of universities to bring dental as well as ophthalmology We partnered with universities to assist us in the delivery of some healthcare services, and our partnership continues to grow with Barry University for podiatric services throughout the Commonwealth of the Bahamas. Coming out of the COVID pandemic, the Ministry of Health was left with an open canvas. And we, here at the ministry, is able to draw the future of the healthcare services in the Commonwealth of the Bahamas. And it's been an exciting 2 years, because with the full support of our administration and our Prime Minister, we are doing some innovative things here at the ministry. Last year, Dr. Hill and her entire team, and I don't know if I see some of the same faces, came to the Commonwealth of the Bahamas and provided essential healthcare services for many Bahamians who are suffering from illnesses brought on either by vascular or diabetic illnesses. Now, Dr. Hill, we've been noticing the situation associated with the diabetic foot in the Commonwealth of the Bahamas. And I do not really know the science fully, but it appears to be some genetic predisposition, and it may be associated with the slave diaspora, whereby we're noticing a lot of Bahamians who suffer from chronic diabetes eventually result in major complications with foot and lower extremities. Barry University has a rich tradition for community service, and its School of Podiatric Medicine exemplifies this commitment by integrating extensive hours of free service to those who are less fortunate and establishing a strong community base both locally and abroad.
So that was Dr. Michael Davil, who is the Minister responsible for health. And of course, we also heard from his permanent secretary, Colin Higgs, and Dr. Shanika Hills, who is the lead medical professional here on the island, who's leading this expedition. It is expected that on Wednesday, they're going to travel to the nation's second city. And then, of course, where they will also provide the same kind of services. So for those members of the public who have foot problem, I want you to know that you can go to the Fleming Street Clinic, the Elizabeth Estate Clinic, and definitely to South Beach Clinic. As it relates to a citizen who made certain contacts with me, while I understand ancient beliefs over the fact that many years ago, perhaps 50 years ago, 60 years ago, people walking over hidden bottles could have had their feet infected. In more modern times, before we dwell on superstition, before we believe that somebody plant a voodoo bottle, an opiate bottle, in the front of our homes, what we do first is seek medical professional advice. It is only after, if the doctor cannot properly analyze the medical condition, that perhaps you may, think about the superstition. But at this point, I feel that citizens should not take any kind of chemical which has been advocated that will help to restore healing. Those chemicals can only lead to death. If you think that you are convinced to take chemical on the basis that it will heal you, perhaps you should do two things. One, discuss it with your doctor and just ask your doctor, if I took chemical X, which is poisonous, would that heal me? And if the doctor tells you no, you should perhaps then finally discuss it with the police and say to the police, I've been advised that the chemical will not be beneficial, but I still intend to drink it. So if I do, and you find me unconscious, this is the result of my superstition. I just thought I would say that in view of the fact that I've had a number of citizens who have suggested that many of the foot problems is due to the fact that people are practicing obeah, practicing witchcraft, and planting bottles in the front of neighbor's yard. So I just thought I'll say that for what it worth. My spiritual advisor, do you have any comment? Goodness me. Put the phone on.
No, I don't have any comments.
Okay,
So we can move on to something else if you would like.
Well, folks, there's breaking news coming out of the United States of America. My definition of Donald Trump contradicts that of those who are more educated than I am. And so, since I'm talking to the Bahamian people, I shall continue to repeat that in the United States of America, the Supreme Court has made perhaps one of the greatest ruling on the face of the earth in a matter involving Colorado, one of the states of the United States, its Supreme Court declaring that Donald Trump was not qualified to have his name on the ballot. The Supreme Court has ruled in favor of the opposition leader of the United States, former President Donald Trump, which means that his name will be on the ballot and the United States will maintain world peace. So that's breaking news taking place. A wonderful day in world politics. Very interesting indeed. And I must confess that when I received the news of it, it was so exciting. It was so intellectually stimulating. Because in Russia, for instance, the opposition leader who is challenging the president of Russia, it is reported that he died in prison. But the United States is different. They tolerate opposition, and we have seen that notwithstanding that they have taken opposition leader Donald Trump to court, he's well protected, and the American judiciary continue to maintain law and order. So it is an example that we all could learn from. So I yearn for a day when the opposition in the Bahamas, if they feel that things are not going right, they would do what opposition leader Donald Trump has done, and Mr. Trump went to court. And the court was unanimous, Democrats and Republicans. So it's a wonderful day in the world. Let there be peace in the United States of America, and by extension, peace on the face of God's earth. And then the other breaking news is in Haiti, where not since the French 235 years ago stormed prison La Bastille that we have seen Haitians, who in the Caribbean are also called Frenchmen. These are the Negro Frenchmen. We are seeing 235 years later the colony of Haiti, which is now the world's first black free republic, imitating the French. So whatever you see going on in Haiti today is what the French did 235 years ago. And Anne-Marie, she was France's blessed sovereign lady. And when she was told that the French did not have any bread, she was such a wonderful queen. Can you imagine that the queen discovered that we have no bread, and she say, let the people have cake. But they chop her head off. That's what the French did. And it was bloody. And the Haitian Revolution could never be as bloody as the French Revolution. And it is to be noted that the United States became independent in about 1776. But 1789, France chopped and invaded La Bastille. But it's a wonderful thing. Well, my spiritual advisor, is there something that you want to say?
No, Sir.
Okay.
The main focus, of course, is what's going on in Haiti. That's the most troubling issue. Of course, if I'm not mistaken, I believe the gangs may have targeted the airport.
Okay.
In Port-au-Prince. I don't know if they were successful, but they may have shut it down. And if I'm not mistaken, I see where flights were canceled by a lot of countries that fly into Port-au-Prince.
Okay.
Because of the gangs and them not only turning loose prisoners, but also seizing the Saint Louverture, is that what it is? Airport.
Okay.
But that's a major concern, because I believe Bahamas Air has canceled all his flights to Port-au-Prince as well. There may have been some American airlines that may have, well, most flights will probably cancel because of the gang attack. But that's a very interesting development. I was wondering about that because early Saturday morning I was at the airport around 5 o'clock.
In Haiti?
No.
Were you in Haiti?
No, at the airport here in New Providence.
But you were not afraid of what was going on in Haiti?
I saw where Bahamas Air was actually getting ready to fly to Haiti.
They were going to take you to Haiti?
I was wondering, no, I'm talking about people who were booked on Bahamas Air flight to Haiti.
From Exuma?
Listen to me, I was here in New Providence.
Okay.
I was flying to Exuma, but Bahamas Air was booking passengers on the flight to go to Haiti. I was wondering which part of Haiti they were actually going. I think it probably Cape Haitian. I'm not certain.
Did the plane
but
go?
I don't know. Because after all this erupted, I was like, where could Bahamas Air possibly flown into Haiti? It possibly couldn't have been Port-au-Prince. That wouldn't make any sense at all. But I believe, if I'm not mistaken, they may have flown into Cape Haitian. So, you know, it is what it is. Let's hope for the best for Haiti. This is just something that's been ongoing for years and years and years that just can't seem to, you know, we understand the history behind it and the countries involved, the French, the Americans that, you know, may have contributed to what we now see in Haiti. But notwithstanding that, there should be a way for, you know, the gangs to probably sit down and see if they could negotiate to find a way to, you know, stop the violence, you know?
Very disrespectful to the Haitian opposition by calling them gangs. Revolution.
That's what they are.
I know, that's what you call them.
That's what they are.
Yes, well, we're not going to row with it. You call them gang.
This fellow in particular, Barbecue, he's a former police officer turned gang leader.
And he's black.
That don't matter.
You must tell me that. Not only
that don't matter. He's a gang leader.
He's black, right? Isn't he? Tell me that.
Yeah, you got white gangsters too. You got white gang members. It's just gang. It doesn't matter what color it is.
My spiritual advisor, let me give you an example. Revolution
you call it Strucky.
Never turns back. We are seeing it in the United States. In 1776, when the Americans declared their independence, it was as a result of revolution against our blessed late sovereign, King George III. We saw in modern times what many Americans are calling an insurrection. So it appears that revolution continues to go forward. We are seeing that in Haiti. After the Independence Declaration of 1804, Haiti has always had political turbulences manipulated by very powerful nations in the world. That is what is taking place in Haiti today. And since the world is unwilling to provide them with the economic assistance, or as the United States did for the Gestapos and the Nazis, survivors of Germany. Nobody offered them a Marshall Plan. So I think we should leave Haiti alone and let the Haitian battle it out. And may the winner emerges as the new revolutionary leader. Because don't forget it, we don't like black people. We don't. We don't like black people. And it ain't start today, you know. It started in Africa when the Kenyans and other African tribes captured us and sold us into slavery. Now, they want to free us or they want to finish us off. All right? Yeah. That's how I see it. It's very sad what is taking place, but it's a revolution. They killed the president of Haiti, and today no one knows who it is. It's just a bunch of fraud and scam taking place. But the Haitian remind me of the French history. All right? The Haitian used cutlass. They chop your head off. The French was more sophisticated. They put your head between the guillotine and chop it off. All right? Anyway, that's how the cookie crumbles.
Yeah. So, listen, this situation in Haiti has just boiled over now to the point where international intervention definitely is a must.
Stay out of Haiti.
It's a must now.
Leave black people alone. All right? Leave them poor Negroes alone. Leave them alone. All right? This is Freedom March. God save Haiti. God save the Commonwealth of the Bahamas. Leave Haiti alone. They will figure it out. This is powerful. Welcome back to Freedom March. My name is Rodney Monker. Bradley Roll is my spiritual advisor. And of course, this is the time that we accept calls. So I shall invite my spiritual advisor to answer the calls. Go ahead, Bradley Roll.
Okay, the numbers to call is 323-7775. It's the number to call, 698-0775, 698-0776. So the lines are in fact open at this time, so you're free to call us. There's a lot of issues to talk about today, inclusive of what is happening in Haiti, in Port-au-Prince, actually, the capital, with the gangs and the unstabilized government of Haiti. So call us if you want to talk to us today. We'll engage you. 323-7775, 698-0775, and 698-0776.
Calculator.
Mr. Medusa, do you have any calls as yet? Welcome to Freedom. No? Okay, so Santa, we don't have any calls as yet, so anyway.
Well, there is an interesting thing happening here in the country. And you would recall that fishermen working at Montague Dock have been complaining.
You have two callers?
That they are. You have a caller?
We have two calls,
Go
actually.
ahead.
Let's take this call quickly. Welcome to Freedom March, caller.
Yes, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
This is my cousin, spiritual advisor.
Good afternoon. How are you?
How you doing?
Great, great.
My leader, Mr. Rodney Monker.
Hello, my dear.
How you doing? I see you have your head banged on. You praying for me?
I prayed for you.
Yeah, Mr. Monker.
Yes.
I call you back again because you had asked me to call you at 12 o'clock one evening
Yes.
for the social service situation.
Yes.
And these people come nagging me. I stress right out down my pressure or not.
What are they doing to you?
They just want me to call, like they scared.
Who's afraid?
Like, they're afraid because they're saying they go into the food store and their money is not on their card.
I didn't give you the secret number for...
So you told me to call you at 12 o'clock.
And you didn't?
Yes, I did.
And did I give you...
No, your voicemail came on.
Really?
I called you like 1 minute to 12.
Okay.
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
I feel so bad for them, man, because
Okay.
The
now,
woman, she said she put by the grocery.
listen to me again.
Sorry to turn this phone on. The woman said she bought the grocery and
Okay.
when she go on to use the card.
I want you to listen to me again.
I mean, my thing is, Mr. Monica, if they taking the money from if they don't reload the people's card, should they?
Are you the woman? Are you the woman from Elizabeth Estate?
Yes, sir.
You spoke to me.
Yeah.
And listen to me, woman. Listen to me. You spoke to me. I woke you up. I woke you up about 2 to 3 a.m.
No, I didn't get your call.
Anyway, you have forgotten. That means all that talk he was talking with me. You didn't. You was.
Call the woman 3 o'clock in the morning.
I spoke to.
I didn't get it.
Okay. So what we will do is this. Call me 10 after 6 today. I will give you the secret number for Miles LaRoda.
Yes.
Okay.
I feel so bad for them, Mr. Monica.
No. I gave you the number, but you have forgotten. What? Woman, let your leader speak. You've forgotten. I call you between 2:30 and 3 a.m.
Well, if I sleep in
Call the woman at that time, man.
That's the time I talk to woman. And you spoke to me.
Remember that, Mr. Monica?
You have forgotten. I spoke to you. Hear me telling you, are you the lady who live in Elizabeth Estate? Yes or no?
Yes.
Are you a member of the governing Progressive Liberal Party
Yes.
Council?
I remember, Charles. I must have been trying to speak about bro.
Yes, I spoke to you. You know the things you tell me?
What?
I asked you many questions. I asked you, who bought the resolution at that secret PLP meeting? You told me. I enjoy talking to you when you're sleeping. Call me 10 minutes after 6 today.
You better stop your Mr. Monica.
Call me.
You don't wake me up in a minute, because I'll be talking to my head.
Okay, you didn't answer to me. Call me 10 minutes after 6 today.
Okay.
I will give you a secret number for Miles LaRoda. If that doesn't work, I will tell you a secret place to find him at 6 a.m. in the morning.
All right, thank you, caller. Welcome to Freedom March. Call you live.
Hello,
Hello.
Mr. Monica.
Yes?
How are you, sir?
Listen, I'm fine, praise the Lord. How are you?
I'm good.
Okay.
Listen, I heard of this vast announcement on this foot or feet here.
Yes.
When I called, I was told that they've already had their quota.
Okay.
But what I can do is come as a walk-in patient. So I went over to the South Beach Clinic at 10 o'clock this morning, and I asked her if I should register for the clinic. So she said, well, no, we have a full quota. So I said, well, what about the walk-in? Because I was told that I can walk in. So she said, the nurse who spoke with me said, the quota list is already filled. So I said, well, what should I do? Because you're still advertising this clinic. So she said, well, perhaps you'll have to start making up a new walk-in list. Just give me your name and your phone number, and we'll give you a call.
Which clinic was this?
This was South Beach.
Okay, let me give you a commitment. I will go to the South Beach South Beach Clinic. I shall arrive at 11:30. Can you meet me there so that I can find out what is going on? Because I was in a high-level meeting today, and I have been told that no one will be turned away. What are you doing at 11:30 a.m. tomorrow?
I can meet you there.
Meet me there. You will recognize me by my black hat.
I know you. My husband knows you very well.
So you will be there at 11:30,
Okay,
and when I'm entering, you must greet me, okay?
I will.
This is powerful. So
I
tomorrow.
was very disappointed, and they're still advertising this clinic.
Listen to me.
You can't get the service.
We're going to solve that. One of the problems was that most of the professionals attended a press conference this morning. That might be why it's off. But I had a high-level meeting. One was open to the public. The other one was in secret. I can speak for Dr. Michael Darville, I'm authorized to do so. You will be served. Meet me
Okay.
there. Get there
All
before
right,
me.
thank you very much.
You're
God
welcome.
bless you.
All right, take care.
Listen, just go to the clinic. And you're having anybody having problem, you call me at 801-5760, and I'll be riding up and down to the clinic telling them to open the door, and that will be powerful. Yeah.
Go ahead, we don't need more calls. 323-7775, 698-0775, 698-0776. Call in now if you want to talk with us. We got a couple more minutes to go, probably 15 minutes or so.
Spiritual advisor.
Yes, good afternoon, how are you?
I'm good, thanks. I'm trying
Great.
to speak to Mr. Rodney Monica. I would like to ask him a question. Ask him if, what you call waiters give the food stamp if it's only just for Bahamians. Just Bahamian, who born here and grow here and everything. If it is for foreigners.
Listen, are you living in the Bahamas?
Live in the Bahamas all my life.
Okay.
My sister,
You do me a
keep
favor.
going over there and they're telling her they don't give to foreigner.
Okay,
So
well,
if they
we're
don't-
going to stop that. What you
That's
do?
what they tell her over there.
Yeah, but let's solve it now. You call me at 6:15. I'm going to give you the cell phone number for the minister responsible for social service.
Okay,
He
I
has
don't have a-
split. He has.
Let me see if I can get a pen, please.
No, I'm not going to give it to you now. Call me at 6:15. You have my cell? Do you have my cell?
No, I'm going to get a cell number.
Okay, my cell number.
Not me personal, my sister.
Yes, just help your
Hold,
sister out.
please.
My cell number.
Hold, please, let me get a pen.
Okay, get a
What
pen.
is the sister's status?
I want my spiritual advisor. You stop it.
What is your
I'm going to
sister's status?
send you to a minister of health, to a minister of social service, who most of his blood is Haitian and Greek blood.
Well,
Okay?
Well, this person is not a Haitian.
Okay, well, this person I'm going to send you to,
What are they?
he has Haitian and Greek blood and a little bit of Bahamian blood. You call me at 6:15 and I will give you his number. Okay, that's Miles.
15, and what's your number?
My number is 801
801
57
57
60.
60.
And we're gonna,
Could you hold? Let me repeat the number.
yes,
801
Yes.
57
60.
60.
You call me at 6:15.
Well, I'm going to call her right now and ask her to call you.
Tell her to call me. I'm going to put her in contact with a minister in the government who got plenty Haitian blood, plenty Greek blood, and a little bit of Bahamian
What is your
blood.
sister's nationality?
Don't worry about that, my spiritual advisor. You will not cause
on.
any problem.
What is your
Do
sister?
well, my dear. I say, stop it.
What is your sister's
You're a
nationality?
Christian. We're going to feed her. I don't care where she come from.
Welcome to Freedom March Call. You're live.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
How are you?
I'm fine. How you doing?
Good afternoon to you and Mr. Monca. Mr. Monca,
Yes.
I'd
Yeah.
like to respond to that call who called about social services card.
Okay?
Those clients, first of all, Mr. Monca, they go too early
Okay.
to the food store.
Okay.
And there's a number on the back of the card to call to ensure that the cards are loaded before they go.
Okay.
Okay.
They have to go the end of the month,
Oh, the
not
end of the month.
government payday. The
Okay.
end of the month.
Now,
And
what?
there's a number on the card for them to call to ensure that the cards are loaded before they go to the food store and how much is there so they wouldn't be embarrassed before they go too early.
Do you think you could email me that information so that I can read it to the public for tomorrow? My email is rodneymonka@yahoo.com.
Okay, sir.
Do that for me so that I may help to educate my people.
Okay, and I'd like to send a shout out to the hard-working staff at Social Services because this is Social Services Month.
Really?
Yes, it is.
Well, you got to come celebrate it with me.
I'll pass the message on.
Yeah, tell them come so I could find out from them why things are going the way it's going, okay?
Okay, sir.
God bless
Thank
you.
All right, take care. Welcome to Freedom March Call. You're live.
A very blessed good afternoon.
Yes, good afternoon.
How you doing, Mr. Spiritual Advisor?
We're doing well.
Sir.
We're doing well.
It's another shout. The Elizabeth State Clinic did all the nurses. They treat me dead good when I go up there. This is Minister Ezekiel, and I like to send out a shout all the nurses and the doctors, and to do well and all the best for them by the grace of God. And let us continue to pray for the police officers, the defense force, the officers, and present the Bible's events, Zion travail, sons and daughters will be born into the kingdom. And the custom officers, the immigration, every government department, and y'all do continue to be encouraged and stay on top of the mountain top. God bless y'all. Enjoy the rest of the afternoon. This is Ezekiel, better known as Brother Job. God bless you.
Ezekiel, better known as Brother Job. It's powerful.
Thank you so much. Welcome to Freedom March, caller. You're live.
Hello?
Yes, you're live, caller. Go ahead.
Yes, I would like to know what help I can get. It's in reference to my pension with NIB. Apparently, when I turned 59, I went to NIB to get a record of my job history. And I've worked with Sandals Royal Bahamian Hotel as a part-time employee, and there was no record saying that I worked there. So Sanders never paid me my contributions. So now I am short 50 contributions, and I cannot get my NIB.
Wow.
Pension.
Who's your
Sandals? I send them a lawyer letter letting them know my situation. Because if you work part-time, why do you work me sometimes 6 and 7 days? So I am there 6, 7 days. Is that part-time?
Even if it was part-time, they still are required to deduct NIB contribution from you.
Yes. And the hurtful thing about it, I went to NIB inspector for Sandals, Miss Miller, and she told me that NIB don't have to pay part-timers.
Really?
And I learned that that's against the law, because as an investor, they're supposed to pay their taxes to the government.
Yes.
So I've been around for 2 years with this situation.
Do you know Alfred says?
I don't have no recordings of my old paychecks. That was very long time ago. But I have one of my former boss who's a chef at the Rio Hotel who can verify that I worked.
Okay. Do you know the minister responsible for national insurance?
I don't know him.
He's
personally.
Alfred Says. Why don't you call upon Alfred Says? He has a wonderful social conscience.
Okay.
And if you cannot find him, then find when Parliament meets, get there early, approach him politely and say, Minister, can you give me an appointment to discuss my national insurance? And then let me know what he says.
Because I also wrote the chairman of NIB.
Who's that?
It was rude.
Who's the chairman?
He never responded
Who's the chairman?
back to me.
Who's the chairman?
I have all my letters.
Hello, answer me. Who's the chairman?
I think it's Mr. Rule. I can't remember his name right offhand right now.
I don't know who's Mr. Rule. The chairman of national...
Sure.
Listen to me, woman. The chairman of national insurance happens to be my father's first cousin-in-law.
Okay.
Philip McKenzie. He's a very...
Yeah, McKenzie, that's him.
He's very decent and polite. You call me at 6:30 today, give me your number, and I shall use my family influence to call him.
805?
No, don't give it to me now.
Okay.
Call me 6:30.
Okay, call you at the same number?
No, call me at 801.
Hold on. Okay. 801.
57.
57.
60.
60.
I shall use my family connection to speak with him. He's my dad's first cousin-in-law. He's a wonderful relative, okay?
Because I'm not working, and I'm a diabetic with arthritis.
Okay.
And I've been suffering.
Well, you call me at 6:30. I will give you his secret number, and depending on what happens, you call me back, and I'll have to show up to his house for Sunday dinner. That's what
Yes,
I go.
sir.
That's what I go there to route.
So much.
You do well, my dear.
Welcome to Freedom March. Call you live.
Yes, good afternoon, Spiritual Advisor.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Senator Martha.
Thank you, sir. Good afternoon.
I hope everybody is tired of me complaining. But if we don't complain, we won't get anywhere.
I love complaints.
With all these myriad of problems in this country that we have. I was too shocked today when I went to dialysis today. And the supervisor, floor supervisor's responsibility for maintenance, he showed me a picture on his phone I was trying to get of a garbage half full of feces on one of the wards in the dialysis area. Half full with brown feces in it leaking. Someone come on and something spiritual and something I did after this country.
Have you not complained to the hospital administrator?
Yes, we have. We have.
And what?
Including the supervisor.
And what has she said?
Well, she didn't speak to me. She spoke to the supervisor.
Okay.
You see,
and
they're trying to correct the problem, but the hospital is condemned.
So we're going to do two things with that. You sound like a Negro man from Prison Lane.
Yes, I am.
Your member of parliament happens to be Jomo Campbell.
Yes, he is.
For the record, I want Mr. Campbell to be informed of this problem. And I'll talk to Dr. Michael Davos. So we're going to take a two-hand approach. Make sure that your MP is a very good man, Jomo Campbell, is told, and then I will complain to Dr. Michael Davos. How that sounds?
Yes, I'll send you his excellent man.
Let me know when you hear from Jomo. Okay?
All right, thank you.
You do well?
All right, you're welcome. All right, take care. 323-7775. Welcome to Freedom March, Claudia.
Hello, good afternoon.
You're live. Go ahead.
Mr. Manker.
Yes, ma'am.
I'd just like for you to remind me, please,
Yes.
of what time will the foot specialist be at the Elizabeth Estate Clinic tomorrow?
I think they will start about midday. My advice to you is get there anywhere between 10 and get there as early as you can. Okay?
All right, thank you, sir.
You're welcome. All right, take care.
Can I give my number?
Pardon?
Can I give my number?
You want my number or you want to leave?
No, I wanted to leave my number. Mr. Monkey to give me a call.
Okay, give it to the producer. And what do you want us to do with your number? What do you want us to do with your number?
He said he wants you to call him. What are you calling about, caller?
Something I want to speak to you about.
Okay.
He wants to speak to you?
No, you.
Okay. Yeah, leave your number with the producer and he will give it to me. Leave him your number and your name. All right? Thank you.
The air?
Yeah, give it to him quietly. Producer, take the gentleman's name and number, please.
All right, you're live, caller. Go ahead. Welcome to Freedom March.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
How are you, spiritual advisor?
I'm doing well. Thank you so much.
Mr. Monker,
My dear,
how are you this afternoon?
praise the Lord. I feel much better today.
Wonderful. I'm not feeling so good because I have a situation where I have my only thing I have in my bank account is not only what I receive from my pension. And the bank, everything has been deleted out of my account.
You spent.
And I don't want to call the bank name.
Did you spend all of your money?
No, they stole all of my money.
Okay. And have you spoken to them about the stealing?
Yes.
And what did they say?
45 to 185 days for them to investigate.
And has that time passed yet?
Man, only a week passed. I saw woman suffering.
Okay.
As a senior citizen.
Yeah, but senior citizen, there is a process. I want you to be patient and pray. give them the period of time that they have suggested. In the meantime, if things are that difficult, would you kindly approach social services?
But in the meantime, someone has been using my card. What do they do about these things?
Well, tell them to
bank.
I had the same problem. The people of Canada, one person in particular, he started buying bears. But Commonwealth Bank was very efficient. They know I scared a plane. They know I don't go to Canada. So guess what they did? They immediately terminated the card. And I went to Commonwealth Bank and I rowed until they explained to me that they had to terminate the card because a Canadian citizen was buying bears of my little funds.
So you got your monies back?
Well, I didn't get the money back. I'm still thinking about suing the Canadian government, but at least Commonwealth Bank prevented the Canadian from thieving the balance of the money.
Well, let me tell you what they was buying with my money.
What did they buy? They bought bears with mine.
They buy Alive and BTC $50 phone cards.
Okay, well, you're more blessed than me, or perhaps I was more blessed than you. Instead of them buying Click with my money, they bought Canadian Bear, and I was so upset. I would have appreciated if they at least stole the money to buy a Bahamian Bear, but they didn't.
Mr. Monkey, you retired talking crazy talk, but Bahamian Bear?
Yeah, Click is Bahamian. They bought Canadian Bear.
To God be all the glory. Thank you.
You're welcome, bro. Take care. All right, that's it.
We at the end of the show?
Yeah, we got a minute.
Well, folks, we are at the end of the show. Two major stories taking place in the world. In the United States of America, the opposition leader Donald Trump has scored a major political victory, thus ensuring that there will be peace in the United States of America and by extension, peace on the earth. So it's beautiful, the American judicial system. I would hope that the local opposition leader, Michael Pintard, would learn how to take advantage of an independent judiciary and do what Donald Trump has done and do what Perry Gladstone Christie did when he served as opposition leader and took Hubert Ingram to court. So it's a great day in the United States of America. Democracy lives with an independent judiciary. Meanwhile in Haiti, the revolution continues and the Prime Minister is absent. Let's pray for Haiti. Let's pray for the United States. God save the United States of America. God save the Republic of Haiti. God save the Commonwealth of the Bahamas. God save King Charles III and the entire royal family. God save the King. It's powerful.